So as long as you have the buyers lined up and you know who they are, one of the greatest ways to, to get into the market, especially on a first trip, is what we told you not to do right at the beginning, which is to run over to an event in a particular market. These are some of the top events that are held around the world, where as long as you've now done your plan and you understand who you need to talk to and you understand the type of buyer, you can look at these particular events because, no big surprise, they're all at these particular events. And you get a larger cluster at the event than you'll ever get just being able to wander into a particular area, even in Hollywood, and be able to knock on a couple of doors. So the one thing that we recommend is either through the Trade Commissioner Service or through an association or through an expert and or an advisor, is to figure out how to get support at one of these events if it fits that particular model. Also remember that, especially here, for example, at Kidscreen, Canadian buyers also go to these events more than they might go to a Canadian event. Some markets are smaller to the point where they don't really have their own particular event where all of the Canadian buyers and or these platform buyers would actually be. And they do show up, however, at the Miamis and the Las Vegas and the Cannes and a couple of the bigger events. So I have found that there are events that I can target that actually have more international buyers than in my own country. And that's something to remember, because that is an opportunity for you to even meet Canadian buyers of content, because they all go to this particular type of an event. So what the event should be is something where there is a large enough cluster of the people, perfect, profile buyer that are going to be at this event, so that your preparation for the event leads to meetings and or the ability to be able to pitch. What you don't want to do is to just pick one of these events, go over to the Shanghai Film Festival, where there are 11,000 different presenters of content, spread across 5 very large domes full of hundreds of thousands of people, and think that you can shake hands and sign some deals or even meet people, because it's just madness and chaos. And there are a lot of events that take 2 or 3 days just to get around, never mind actually meet with people. So you have to go to the event with the plan. You have to go to event with the list. You have to go to event with people already assuming you're going to meet with them and that you've already connected with them well before you're ever going to go to the event. But then the key events here, especially these larger ones, are fantastic opportunities to be able to get those meetings done and to do those first visits, that initial introduction of the relationship development type of an approach, while combining the cost and the relative ease of accessing that particular event and that market. So apparently for Ireland, both the Belfast Film Festival and the Dublin Film Festival were strongly recommended. It's just not just fun, but great opportunity to pretty much meet with anybody in the Irish market that you're ever going to want to meet with. And that the large HKTDC, the Hong Kong content buyers market, Film Art is certainly one of the Chinese, even though it's in Hong Kong, it is certainly one of the Chinese clusters of Chinese producers, studio owners, and buyers at that particular event as well.